may I introduce the founder and managing director of Card MRI, Mr. Aris Alip.
Thank you very much for inviting me here. Today I'd like to present to you the story about Card MRI. We're actually a microfinancing institution, and our story started way back in 1986. 27 years ago, I was still very young and very handsome at that time. Today, I'm still, never mind. I started this organization with only 20 pesos. Translation, at that time, this is $1.20. With a magic typewriter. In our room, I type proposals, I send proposals up to proposal. And my vision is to establish a bank that is owned and managed by the poor in the Philippines. That was a very crazy idea at that time. Nobody believes me. So all the proposals that I've been sending, maybe this room will never be enough of all the rejection letters that I got. Even in my first attempt to go to a bank branch, of course the security guard was very courteous. They say hello, and the next step, I will just be at the receptionist level, because when I ask, can I get a loan? You don't have a collateral, you cannot. So I can't even talk to the manager, because I was given a sheet, a checklist, and I don't have a collateral. But it was that passion and belief that I think we can do something. And I'd like to do poverty eradication in this country. And the rest is history. In 2010, we established the first microfinance bank in this country. That was in 1997. It is the first microfinance bank in the country that we challenged the conventional banking wisdom, because we're catering the poorest among the poor in this country, and therefore we turn the conventional banking wisdom. If you have no collateral, then we will give you loan. The poorer you are, the more we will give you loan. This is actually a departure from the traditional mindset in traditional banking concept. In normal banking, they ask for not only collateral, they will also ask for kilos and kilos of documents, feasibility study after study. But if you're dealing with the poor, they don't even know how to read and write. So we have introduced the concept of only one page, because they're only borrowing 3,000 pesos, 5,000 pesos. You don't need cash flow. You don't need feasibility study. You don't need market study, because all they want to do is start a small business. Backyard racing, pig racing, and things like that. So one page is enough. And today, that card bank is now one of the biggest microfinance bank in the country, and also the biggest borrower in terms of wholesale fund. We borrow from Banco de Oro, from BPI, from Planters Bank, Metro Bank. We also borrow from RCBC, the big banks in this country. If there are no banks, if there are banks that I haven't borrowed here, I will still borrow from you. And we pay 100%. Our clients are women, the poor women. We don't give loans to the men. Sorry, guys. Today, as I stand before you, our record, the record of our poor women is 99.35% repayment. Probably better than other SME who pay probably sometimes they don't pay. And we also established another institution. This is the first microinsurance company in the Philippines. This is in the year 1999. Because I found out when you're working with the poor, if they die, they don't have decent collateral. You know, if you're poor in this country, you're not allowed to die because you will not have a decent funeral. Therefore, we introduced the concept of microinsurance, 5 pesos per week, 10 pesos per week, 15 pesos per week. And we insure their family, we insure their loans, and we insure also their houses from calamity. Today, we insure 9 million Filipino poor in this country, contributing 25% of the entire insured Filipinos in this country. And they are the poorest among the poor. And today, 27 years hence, we now have about 11 companies that are all working in helping the poorest in this country, eradicating poverty. I'm not in the business of e-banking. I'm not in the business of e-commerce. I'm not even in the business of manufacturing. My business is poverty eradication. It is intergenerational. It takes 5 years to bring them out of poverty and then help them stabilize for another 7 to 8 years, because one strong calamity is enough to bring them back to poverty. Therefore, this is a serious business.